Now we're jumping back 12 weeks. So 3 months ago, I had recently started a new job in an office. So this was the first office job I've ever had. I wasn't really used to being behind a desk for 7 hours a day, not really moving my body all too much. So I was definitely heading towards an all-time low. I hadn't gone to the gym in over 12 months. I was looking in the mirror and not liking what I was seeing. So that's when I definitely knew it was time for a change. In terms of what my real concerns were, the number one struggle, just looking in the mirror, I wasn't happy. So I knew that had to change. And specific concerns were always that really stubborn belly area that I felt like no matter what I could do, I wasn't seeing improvements. That is definitely what I struggled with the most. But being able to find that motivation was also not very easy for me either, as I was starting a new job and I hadn't been through this before. I didn't know even where to start. So even when it came to nutrition as well, having no idea, that was a big struggle, but I knew something had to change, and that's why I was so glad when I did find Bridebods, because I knew I'd be able to figure something out as soon as possible. Look, when it came to my hesitations, it was more towards health and nutrition as a whole, health, fitness, all of that whole industry, just because obviously I hadn't really done too much previously, and putting that trust in someone isn't something that comes easily or comes naturally to just an everyday person. And in terms of hesitations of online coaching, it was actually something that I was looking for. I wanted to have that flexibility and not have to rely on someone else's availability, my availability. I wanted to be able to just pick up my phone and contact who I need to contact. They're basically a coach that's in your pocket full time, so why wouldn't I have that? Why wouldn't I use that luxury if I had it? And the reality of the experience was, it was that much easier. I've had personal trainers years ago where, he can only do night times, but I'm free in the morning, and it just didn't work. Whereas online coaching is completely different. Everything's laid out and set for me. I just have to find that motivation within myself to go and do it. And I did it, I hadn't been to the gym in over 12 months, so I'm now a person that for the past 12 weeks I've been going to the gym minimum 3 days a week, and on those off days I was getting my steps up, I was doing some form of cardio, and I was moving my body. That's the biggest improvement, I'd definitely say, because I was coming from having no active lifestyle whatsoever to now incorporating that into my daily routine, into my daily life. And these are things that I can do well beyond Bridebods. These are things that I can incorporate into my lifestyle to work for me for as long as I possibly can. And specifically as well, I have such a great sleeping routine. I feel like after work, after I go to the gym, after I eat my high protein meal, I have all the energy to really enjoy my day and make the most of it. I'd happily wake up early on a Saturday morning and get my gym session done in the morning, get that out of the way, and then for the rest of the day I'm just like, where has this energy come from? Like, I genuinely felt such a change in my body, and that happened, say, week 3 or week 4 of changing my lifestyle, my diet. And it's something that I really hope to continue over time too. I would 1,000,000% say the support and the convenience, as it is completely online. It is so convenient. I can do things in my own time, and Sam really worked around me, which was amazing. It's everything I needed. Considering I was someone that was never confident in the gym, and I was never confident with nutrition, I didn't really know any information, I didn't really know what I was doing. I definitely needed someone that could provide that support, and it came so naturally from Sam, and I really appreciated it. Every question I ever had was always answered in a way that I was going to understand it. It was always going to make sense to me personally, whether it was using real life examples or just something that was going to resonate with me truly, because he understood my concerns and he knew what he had to say to make sure I had that support, which was something that was really important to me in terms of nutrition. I never really had the healthiest relationship with food, so when I did get that from Sam, I really appreciated it. It really stood out. Another big thing in the fitness side of things was having that gym anxiety, and I feel like Sam really understood that as well. There was a few days when I felt like I had really bad days at the gym, and as a trainer, he understood that. He got it. He made sure that I was comfortable in my next session, that I was changing things that were going to work for me in the future. 1,000,000% yes. If you're dedicated to making changes to your life, because that is definitely what it takes, you need to have that accountability within yourself to push yourself to do things you've never done before. And if you've got that mentality, then 100% work with Bridebods. I feel like if I didn't have that sense of pushing myself to go further, I wouldn't have done as well as I did, but I have, and that's why I'm here today, and I'm telling you, you can do it as well. I'm making changes that aren't just going to benefit me for something like the wedding, but also for my whole future, because I'm so young and I still have forever to learn and forever to implement these things that he's taught me along the way. 1,000,000% I would recommend to anyone. I can honestly say it's changed drastically, and you can ask anyone in my family that, you can ask my partner that, and they would 1,000,000% agree. Because I was working a job where I'd be happy to get 2,000-3,000 steps a day, and now every night before I go to bed I make sure my Apple Watch says 10,000 or 12,000 if it's a really good day, and I go to bed with a smile on my face because I know that I did it. I have that accomplishment every single day. And the things I've learned along the way are things that I can have with me for the rest of my life, knowing what food's calorie dense, what food's going to give me energy, why high protein is so important, what a calorie deficit is. These are all words that I had never heard before, or I heard and just thought, I don't understand, I don't want to understand, but now I do, and I've got that for the rest of my life, and I can make these changes ongoing, and I can be happy with my life ongoing. I would never be one of those girls happily waking up at 8 a.m. to go to the gym, starting off my day on a positive note, because that just wasn't my lifestyle. And now that it is, I'm so much happier, and I'm so much more grateful that I took that opportunity 12 weeks ago to be in this position now. This experience as a whole has been tough. There's been times where I was really struggling, but there's also times where I can look back and be like, damn, like she did it, go me, you know, which are feelings that I would never have had if I didn't start this 12 weeks ago, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I had Sam along the way to push me and to make sure that I was going to complete these 12 weeks, and now I can say I did it, and all I can do is express my gratitude to Sam, so thank you.